It was a special evening for Kevin Costner at the 77th Annual Cannes Film Festival in France Sunday. The actor and director received a 10-minute standing ovation for his film Horizon, an American Saga.
It's not every time we get to see a celebrity become emotional in public. But one celebrity, Kevin Costner, made headlines for an emotional moment on live TV. In a heartfelt appearance that left everyone stunned, the Hollywood legend known for his iconic roles and storytelling. And this revealed a side of himself we don't get to see. As the emotional outburst quickly went viral, everyone had questions. What happened that brought him to this raw, vulnerable state? And why did his words leave the audience absolutely speechless? Let's find out. Kevin Costner's emotional moment at Cannes. On May 20th, Kevin Costner attended the Cannes Film Festival with his newest film, Horizon, an American Saga. This wasn't just any film for Costner. It was a very personal project that he had worked on for years.
If I was watching a movie about me and I thought, ooh, don't risk your money and make something, I thought, what, right?
I mean, you're just going on to some other mining camp. It's probably worse than this.
Yeah, and I guess you don't ask for a consideration, do you?
But why exactly was this movie personal to Costner? Well, it turns out that Costner didn't just star in the movie. He also directed, co-wrote, produced, and financed the movie. Horizon is the first in a planned series of 4 films, making it a huge undertaking for him. Bringing this film to Cannes, one of the most prestigious film festivals in the world, was a moment of pride and excitement for Costner. Costner arrived at the festival with 5 of his 7 children by his side. This made the event not just a professional triumph, but also a family celebration. The red carpet was lined with photographers, all eager to capture this moment. Cannes, known for its glamorous setting and strict dress code, required all attendees to wear formal evening attire, adding to the elegance of the occasion. The Grand Theatre Lumière, where the premiere took place, is a massive theater that can hold over 2,000 people. The atmosphere was electric as the audience settled in to watch Costner's ambitious Western saga. When the film ended, the audience erupted into applause, but this was no ordinary applause. At Cannes, standing ovations are a tradition, and they can last for several minutes, or even longer. For Horizon, the applause lasted 7 minutes. Costner stood before the crowd, visibly moved. Tears filled his eyes, showing how much this moment meant to him. For someone who had poured so much of himself into the project, this reception was a powerful acknowledgement of his work. But standing ovations at Cannes are not just about the film being shown. They are also about the experience of being at Cannes itself. The festival has a reputation for its long and sometimes awkward ovations. These moments are as much a part of the Cannes tradition as the red carpet or the parties on the beach. Standing ovations at Cannes are famously long and often feel exaggerated. They are a defining part of the festival's culture. Some people say the applause is not just for the film, but for the overall experience of being at Cannes. Imagine watching a brand new movie in a grand theater, surrounded by an audience dressed in their best clothes. Cameras zoom in on the stars and filmmakers, showing their reactions on a big screen as the applause continues. This encourages the audience to keep clapping, creating a feedback loop that can last for several minutes. These moments are not always comfortable for the people on stage. Kevin Costner, for example, looked emotional and even cried during the applause for Horizon, but he might have also felt awkward. After all, standing and smiling for 7 minutes can be exhausting. Adam Driver, another actor who attended Cannes in a previous year, famously lit a cigarette during a 5-minute ovation, showing how long these moments can feel. Sometimes, these ovations are even exaggerated in reports. The applause for Horizon was officially said to last 7 minutes, but some media outlets claimed it went on for 10 or even 11 minutes. This kind of inflation is not new. When Steven Spielberg's E.T. the Extraterrestrial was shown at Cannes in 1982, the applause was first reported to last 6.5 minutes, but later grew to 20 minutes in some reports. Now, what exactly differentiates one Cannes ovation from the other? Well, long-standing ovations are not unique to Cannes, but they have a special significance at this festival. Other festivals also have applause, But Cannes makes it a big deal. The festival's traditions, like the red carpet and formal dress code, add to the grandeur. The applause is a way for the audience to show their appreciation, but it is also a way for them to celebrate the entire experience of being part of Cannes. The length of an ovation at Cannes is sometimes seen as a sign of a film's quality, but this is not always true. Some of the longest ovations have been for highly acclaimed films. For example, Guillermo del Toro's Pan's Labyrinth received 22 minutes of applause in 2006.
I was just trying to describe the movie to these guys. Very hard movie to describe.
It's a fairy tale for grown-ups. Is the way.
Right.
That's why I think it is a good way to describe it.
And Michael Moore's Fahrenheit 9/11 had 20 minutes in 2004. Both films went on to be major successes, but there are exceptions. In 2012, The Paperboy received a 15-minute standing ovation, but it was later considered a failure by critics and audiences. This shows that while long ovations can be a good sign, they are not always a reliable measure of a film's success. At Cannes, the applause is not just about the film itself. It is also about the shared experience of watching a movie in such a grand setting. For many people, attending Cannes is a once-in-a-lifetime event. Dressing in elegant evening wear, walking on a red carpet, and sitting in a massive theater to watch a premiere is a special experience. For filmmakers like Kevin Costner, these moments are deeply meaningful. Costner had invested so much of himself in Horizon, and the standing ovation was a validation of his efforts. It showed that the audience appreciated his work and understood the passion he had poured into the project. Now that we know why Kevin cried, let's talk about what was so special about the movie that made him receive that ovation. Let's get into it. The movie that caused Kevin's emotional outburst. Over the years, Kevin has been part of movies that reflect his love for Westerns and his deep understanding of storytelling. His latest work, Horizon, is not just another movie. It's a project that brings together everything he has learned as an actor, director, and producer. This film represents his passion for the Western genre, and it builds on the foundation of many movies he has been part of in the past. To understand Horizon, you have to look at Kevin Costner's career.
I realized I was only a few feet away from the actual Kevin Costner. An hour or so later, the crew took me back and got the chance to meet him.
One of the first movies that showed his love for the West was Dances with Wolves. Released in 1990, this film is about a soldier who becomes friends with Native Americans during the Civil War. Kevin directed and acted in it, and it was a huge success. The movie won many awards, including 7 Academy Awards, and people loved how it showed the beauty of the land and the depth of its characters. This movie made Kevin Costner a name everyone knew and proved he could handle big, meaningful stories. After Dances with Wolves, Kevin continued to explore Western themes. In Wyatt Earp, released in 1994, he played the famous lawman who tried to bring order to the Wild West. This movie was more serious and looked at the struggles Wyatt faced in his life. Kevin's performance showed his ability to bring complex characters to life, and it became another stepping stone in his journey. That's not all. Another important movie in Kevin's career was Open Range, released in 2003. This time, he directed and starred in a story about cowboys who fight for what's right. The movie was praised for its action and the way it captured the spirit of the West. Kevin showed that he could create movies that were not only exciting but also full of heart. But why do Westerns matter to Kevin so much? For Kevin Costner, Westerns are more than just movies. They are a way to tell stories about people, courage, and survival. Westerns often show how hard life was in the past, and Kevin has always been interested in exploring those challenges. He once said that he loves how Westerns can show the beauty of the land while also telling tough, emotional stories. This love for the genre is what led him to create Horizon. Horizon is not just one movie, it is the beginning of a big saga. Kevin Costner has planned 4 movies in total, with each one continuing the story.
Please welcome the one and only Kevin Costner.
This is a huge project that requires a lot of time, money, and dedication. Kevin is not only acting in these movies, but also directing and producing them. He even helped write the story. This shows how deeply involved he is in making sure the movies turn out exactly the way he envisions. The movie Horizon tells a story about families trying to survive in a world that is both beautiful and difficult. It is set during a very important time in American history, when people were moving west to build new lives and create new opportunities. This period, often called the expansion of America, was full of challenges. Families faced dangers from the harsh environment, conflicts with other settlers, and the constant struggle to find food, water, and safety. Through this story, the movie shows how people fought to protect their loved ones and make a better future for themselves. Apart from the Western nature of the move, what exactly were the main ideas Horizon was centered on? Keep watching to find out. Horizon's main themes. One of the main ideas in Horizon is the importance of family and the sacrifices people make for the ones they love. The characters in the movie are not just fighting to survive, but also to keep their families together and safe. Kevin Costner wanted to tell a story that shows how far people will go to protect what matters most to them. He wanted the movie to feel real and honest, capturing both the beauty of the land and the hardships people faced during those times. The movie also explores how love and sacrifice go hand in hand. People in the story must make tough choices, sometimes giving up their own dreams or safety for the good of others. This makes the story emotional and relatable because it shows that even in the hardest times, love gives people strength. Horizon also focuses on the fight for survival. The movie shows the daily struggles of living in a time when resources were scarce and life was unpredictable. Through this, Kevin wanted to highlight the resilience and determination of the people who lived through those times. He believed it was important to show both the beauty and danger of the land, making the story feel as authentic as possible. What makes Horizon different from Kevin's other movies is how personal it is to him. He has said that this is a project he has wanted to make for a long time. It's clear that he sees this as more than just a movie. It's a way to leave a legacy. By telling a story that spans multiple movies, Kevin is creating something that people can watch and remember for years to come.
I would hope that Horizon takes its place in a more of a classic vein where, it's just a movie you want to have. You share it. You show your little sister, you show your kids.
With Horizon, Kevin Costner has cemented his place as one of Hollywood's most passionate and dedicated filmmakers. The film represents his love for Westerns and his commitment to telling powerful stories. Bringing it to Cannes was a way to share that passion with the world. The standing ovation for Horizon was a moment of recognition for Costner's hard work and vision. It was a reminder of why he has been such a beloved figure in Hollywood for so many years. As Cannes continues to celebrate the best in cinema, Costner's Horizon will be remembered as one of the festival's standout moments.
Kevin gave them a warm, genuine smile, breaking the ice with a simple, easy question about their favorite Taco Bell item. The boys, still starstruck, stammered a bit, but his casual tone seemed to put them at ease. He asked them about their dad, showing a genuine interest in the man who had drawn so much inspiration from his work. As they spoke, Kevin listened with an attentiveness that surprised even him. He asked about their father's dreams, how the family was doing, and what life was like now that their dad had started his new business. The boys shared details eagerly, touched by the attention and kindness from someone that they had only seen on a screen. Kevin's quiet humility and interest in their family's journey seemed to erase any distance between them, making the conversation feel almost magical. Then, after a moment, Kevin did something unexpected. He reached into his pocket, took out a small notepad he often carried for jotting down ideas, and wrote a heartfelt message to their father. He thanked him for watching his films, for allowing the stories to resonate, and for finding inspiration in the character he'd portrayed. He also added a number at the bottom and signed it with a wish for the family to be happy and successful.
I feel so lucky. I feel so blessed. And there's 3 more.
Kevin Costner's charitable reputation. With a warm smile, he handed the note to the boys. Their eyes went wide as they looked at it, realizing this was more than just an autograph. They were holding a real opportunity, something far beyond what they could have expected. Kevin gently explained that when their dad was ready, he could call the number, and someone on his team would ensure he had access to guidance, whether it was legal advice, business mentorship, or simply connections in the right places. Helping others wasn't a new impulse for Kevin. Over the years, he had quietly but consistently devoted himself to causes that held deep personal meaning. During the pandemic, Kevin took action to address immediate needs, particularly in healthcare and community support. In partnership with several charitable organizations, he donated funds to provide personal protective equipment and essential supplies to frontline healthcare workers. Recognizing the challenges they faced, he knew that providing safety equipment and other resources would be a vital step in protecting both healthcare professionals and the communities they served. This effort was close to Kevin's heart, as he saw firsthand how medical staff across the country were working tirelessly under difficult conditions, often with limited resources. His efforts during COVID-19 were part of a broader commitment to public health and safety, showing his willingness to support communities in crisis. But that's not all. Beyond his pandemic response, Kevin's commitment to environmental causes has defined much of his charitable work. Driven by a profound respect for nature and the planet, he has been involved in multiple initiatives aimed at environmental conservation. In 1995, he co-founded Ocean Therapy Solutions, a company dedicated to developing technology for cleaning up oil spills. His interest in this field was sparked by the devastating Exxon Valdez oil spill in 1989, which highlighted the fragility of marine ecosystems and the urgent need for effective solutions. Kevin invested millions of his own money into the company's research, which led to the creation of machines capable of separating oil from water, a breakthrough technology that could drastically reduce the environmental impact of oil spills. Ocean Therapy Solutions made headlines in 2010, when the Deepwater Horizon oil spill released millions of barrels of crude oil into the Gulf of Mexico. Kevin's technology became a valuable resource, deployed to help contain and mitigate the spill's environmental damage. He worked closely with government agencies and environmental groups to ensure that his technology was effectively utilized. For Kevin, this was more than just a business venture. It was a personal mission to help restore and protect the ocean, which he considers one of the planet's most precious resources. His dedication to this cause illustrated a hands-on approach, as he was actively involved in both the development and implementation of solutions. In addition to his work on oil spill cleanup, Kevin has also been a vocal advocate for sustainable practices and renewable energy. He frequently speaks out on the need for responsible environmental stewardship, encouraging others to recognize the importance of conserving natural resources. Kevin's advocacy work often includes speaking at events, partnering with environmental nonprofits, and using his platform to raise awareness about critical issues like deforestation and wildlife conservation. His genuine concern for the planet's future is evident in his actions, as he consistently seeks out opportunities to support environmental causes, both through financial contributions and public advocacy. Kevin's compassion extends beyond the environment to supporting veterans and their families. And it still doesn't end there. He has been involved with several organizations that provide resources, mentorship, and job opportunities to former service members, particularly those struggling to readjust to civilian life. He has long been an advocate for veteran causes, emphasizing the importance of honoring and supporting those who have served the country. One of his projects included partnering with organizations that provide career development programs tailored for veterans, helping them gain new skills and find meaningful employment after their service. Kevin's support often includes attending events, lending his voice to awareness campaigns, and contributing funds to initiatives that focus on veterans' well-being. Kevin has also invested in educational initiatives, particularly those that focus on underserved communities. He believes strongly in the power of education to change lives and create opportunities, which is why he has contributed to scholarship programs aimed at helping young people from disadvantaged backgrounds. And there's still so much more to discover. For him, education is a pathway to breaking cycles of poverty and giving individuals the tools they need to pursue their dreams. Through his contributions, Kevin has helped fund educational materials, mentorship programs, and community centers that provide safe spaces for young people to learn and grow. Aside from large-scale projects, Kevin is known for engaging in smaller, community-focused initiatives. He has supported numerous local charities, often attending fundraising events and providing donations to causes he encounters in his day-to-day life. His focus on smaller, grassroots organizations reflects his belief that sometimes the most significant impact can be made by supporting local communities. He often seeks out opportunities where his contributions can have a direct, meaningful effect. Whether it's helping a local school with funding for extracurricular programs, or supporting food banks to address hunger in under-resourced areas. It's no wonder, then, that Kevin's instinct to help the father of those two boys at Taco Bell felt natural. He has spent decades quietly aiding those in need, and this family's story of transformation and hope resonated deeply with his own values. In offering them a lifeline through his assistant's contact, Kevin was doing what he's always done, providing a real, tangible form of support, ensuring that they had the resources needed to build on their dreams. Kevin's career in film is proof that it is possible to impact lives both materially and through your talent. His long list of movies and series that have captured audiences testifies to this fact. Kevin Costner's films often explore deeply human themes, connecting with audience through stories of resilience, justice, and the strength of the human spirit. His characters are often grounded in ordinary struggles, yet driven by extraordinary courage or values, creating a relatability that resonates with viewers.
My children, whether it's with the movie, whether it's just dealing, I want to live this moment right now. You know, I need to figure it out.
Kevin Costner's movie career. One of Costner's most iconic films, Dances with Wolves, not only became a landmark in his career, but also a cinematic touchstone for its profound message on cultural understanding and respect. In the film, Costner plays Lieutenant John Dunbar, a Civil War soldier who, while stationed at a remote Western outpost, befriends members of a nearby Sioux tribe. This relationship allows him to witness and learn about their way of life, leading him to question his own values and beliefs. Through Dances with Wolves, Costner explores themes of empathy, compassion, and the costs of prejudice. His character's journey reflects a search for a deeper connection to humanity, suggesting the importance of recognizing and respecting differences rather than responding with hostility. The film's focus on the natural beauty of the land and the dignity of the Sioux people was groundbreaking for its time, and presented audiences with a respectful portrayal of Native American culture, challenging stereotypes and encouraging a perspective shift in the way indigenous communities were viewed. Field of Dreams is another Costner classic that taps into themes of family, forgiveness, and the power of dreams. In this story, he plays Ray Kinsella, an Iowa farmer who hears a mysterious voice telling him to build a baseball field in his cornfield. The film is about much more than baseball. It's a poetic reflection on second chances, the enduring bonds between fathers and sons, and the importance of following one's intuition even when it defies logic. Through Ray's journey, Field of Dreams emphasizes the idea that certain moments and memories, particularly those with loved ones, shape who we are, suggesting that there's value in honoring them. Costner's performance brings a warmth and sincerity to Ray's character, inviting viewers to connect with their own memories and relationships, making the film a timeless tribute to both dreams and the enduring power of family ties. And it doesn't end there. Robin Hood. Prince of Thieves is yet another film where Costner embodies a character committed to justice and equality. Playing the legendary outlaw Robin Hood, he leads a band of rebels to fight against the corrupt sheriff of Nottingham and protect the oppressed. This version of Robin Hood emphasizes themes of loyalty, bravery, and self-sacrifice. Costner's Robin is a man who has seen the devastation caused by tyranny and is compelled to act, not for personal gain, but to restore balance to his homeland. The film's message is clear. True leadership is rooted in compassion and a willingness to stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves. While the action sequences and romance make the film a crowd pleaser, it's ultimately Robin's unwavering commitment to justice and the well-being of his community that stands out. And there's still more. In JFK, Costner tackles a more complex and controversial subject. Playing New Orleans District Attorney Jim Garrison, he delves into the mystery and conspiracy theories surrounding the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The film's message centers on the search for truth, no matter how convoluted or challenging it may be. Costner's character exemplifies a relentless pursuit of justice, determined to uncover what really happened despite facing resistance and personal threats. This film taps into the human desire to seek truth and accountability, particularly when faced with monumental events that impact the public consciousness. By taking on this role, Costner highlights the importance of questioning the status quo and standing up for transparency, even when the answers are elusive. Another notable example is WhatWhat, where Costner plays the titular character in a sprawling biographical western that examines the life of the legendary lawman. WhatWhat's journey from a troubled youth to a dedicated enforcer of the law reflects themes of redemption, justice, and loyalty to family. Costner's portrayal of Earp shows a man haunted by personal loss, yet driven by a sense of duty to protect others. The film explores the sacrifices required of those who commit their lives to enforcing justice, often at the cost of personal relationships and inner peace. By exploring Earp's moral dilemmas and commitment to upholding the law, WhatWhat Earp brings depth to the notion of heroism, portraying it as a demanding path often fraught with personal hardship. In recent years, Yellowstone, a television series where Costner stars as John Dutton, has further showcased his dedication to storytelling that reflects real-world struggles and ethical challenges. Set in Montana, Yellowstone dives into the dynamics of land ownership, power struggles, and family loyalty, with Dutton as a cattle rancher who fiercely protects his land from corporate and political threats. The series delves into themes of loyalty, legacy, and the fight for survival, examining the lengths people go to in order to protect what they hold dear. Through Dutton's character, Costner presents the complex reality of balancing family values with the ruthless demands of modern life, and his portrayal has connected deeply with audiences, highlighting the timeless struggle to preserve heritage against the forces of change. It is not a stretch to say that the characters that Kevin Costner plays on screen closely resemble who he is in real life, and the boys will never forget meeting a star like him. What do you think of Kevin Costner? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.